Hey guys, I'm Rashi Hamalio. Welcome to my channel. I've been receiving lots of requests to do makeup tutorials. So today is the first one using the Natasha Denona Glam eyeshadow palette. And so I've created this eye look, which I just think looks so beautiful. And it's neutral. I normally gravitate towards warmer tones. However, I feel like I've been wearing so many warm tones that I want to change it up and go for something a little bit more neutral, more cool tone. And so I really enjoy this look. I've actually worn this look quite a few times, but I thought this time I would give you guys a tutorial and just show you how easy it is to create using this palette. Now I'm going to go with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. If you have been watching me, you know I love this product to death. It's an ultimate holy grail. And you really don't need a lot. Like a bottle like this really lasts me a long time, even though I'm used to using this product all the time. Just taking my Wayne Goss brush number 01, I am just going to blend this out. So today my pores look slightly a little bit too big, so I'm going to go in with the Tatcha Liquid Canvas Primer, just a small amount, and I'm going to pop this in right where I have the enlarged pores. Definitely not applying it all over my face, so I really don't like this primer for all over the face, and that's only because it can give you a very matte look, and I don't like that. I don't even powder the sides of my face because I want to retain that very sort of that dewy natural finish. I think this is going to last me a very long time. So I'm just going to use one of my favorite foundations, which are Smashbox. In New Zealand, we are in summer at the moment. I'm slightly tan. I'm not too tan, but just a little bit. But I'll be mixing these two. I'll be using the darker shade sort of at the perimeter of my face, and then the lighter shade focusing on the cheeks, the forehead. Taking the darker shade, I am going to start off with applying it right here. Then I'm going to apply around my mouth area, just a little bit here. So that was shade 3.18. Now I'm going to go with the lighter shade, which is my winter shade, 3.02. And I'm going to focus that more in the central part of my face. Taking my Hourglass foundation brush, I'm just going to smooth out first my pore area. I normally do the area with the lightest color foundation first. So I'm going to do that right here. And now I'm just going to smooth everything out. Okay, foundation done. And I really like the natural finish that I get from this foundation. It really doesn't look heavy on the skin. It looks pretty natural. I love that. So now I want to put concealer on. Yesterday I went to Sephora and I picked up a sample of the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Concealer. I've been eyeing this concealer since it came out. I used to love the original Makeup Forever concealer. They're discontinued now, unfortunately. So I got the shade 41, and I'm gonna go ahead and pat it in. Shade 41 is pretty yellow and it has strong peach tones. I think I'm gonna like it. At least the shade, I think this shade is pretty good. Especially for summer, I'm a little bit tan. I don't want it too bright, but just bright enough. So I'm really just opting for a very natural look today, not glam, nothing like that. So I haven't gone heavy with the concealer today because I just want sort of like an everyday natural makeup look. Now I'm going to pick up the Natasha Denona Glam palette, which I have been really loving for neutral look. So the layout of this palette is probably going to look different to you, and that's because I've actually changed the pans around into the medium format that Natasha Denona has on her website. So she's got a layout recommendation for fair, medium and deep skin tones. I tried all three, let's say 4 variations, because there's also the standard one that it comes in, and I really like the medium. I feel like the medium layout really makes sense for my skin tone. So that's why I've changed some of the shades around. Now I will pop up on the screen which shade I'm using, because in this palette, if I tell you what that shade is, you won't know in the real palette where that shade sits. And so I will make sure to pop that in. And I'm gonna go into this transition shade, which is a beautiful neutral shade for the eye. It's not gonna turn my eye orange or make it look really warm, which is definitely not what I want today. So I'm going to go in and just focus that into my crease. These eyeshadows blend so easily, so beautifully. Now I'm going to go with the Natasha Denona brush number 12. I'm going to go into this really beautiful chocolatey shade, and this is a stunning chocolatey shimmer shade. So it doesn't have a lot of shimmer. It's very wearable, and I actually don't need to use any mattes here apart from that transition shade. I can just use this and then buff this out because it's not too shimmery. And I'm going to just apply this all over my eye. Again, this is going to be a very easy eye look. Focusing majority of the product in the inner corner and then the outer corner. And then just take your blending brush. I'm going to take Wayne Goss number 4 and just going to blend this out. And I'm just blending it with circular motions right into the crease. To increase the intensity, I'm just going to take it on my finger and pat it just on the outside section right here. And that just increases that intensity a little bit. And I'm going to do the same for the inner corner. I'm leaving the middle of the lid alone because I want to put another shade in the middle there. And then I am going to go ahead and blend it out. Take a little bit of that transition shade, oops, and blend. Now if you've gone too far down, you can just clean up using a Q-tip. So now I'm going to go with this very stunning, I think the most beautiful shade in this palette is this shade right here, and I will put the relevant picture there. That's, I think it's the most beautiful shade in this palette, and I'm gonna pop that shade right in the middle. Platinum shade with flecks of brown shimmer and silver shimmer, but it's not too cool. It's such a beautiful, beautiful color, and I'm gonna, pop that right in the middle there. And that's going to contrast a little bit just against that brown. How beautiful does this look? I mean, seriously. Check that out. Oh my God, I am obsessed with this look. What I love about this look is that pairing of the neutral chocolate shade with this cool tone grayish platinum silver. It's so beautiful. I love it. I love this look. Oh, actually, we haven't done the lower lash line. Let me quickly do that. I'm gonna take the same brush, dip it onto that chocolate shade, and I'm just going to cover my lower lash line with it. Also taking that black eyeshadow and just adding a little bit right to my lower lash line. But I'm not going to go all the way in. So I've just roughly filled in my brows, and I'm now just going to go with the MAC Fibre eyebrow gel, and I'm just going to work it. So push it to the top. And then this part here, lay it flat. I honestly do not spend time on my brows. I feel like that's one thing when it comes to makeup that I just don't have patience with. Let me know in the comment section below if you have anything like that, you know, for example, you may take a long time to do your eyes because you love doing eye makeup, but then you may not take as long to do other parts of your face. So let me know in the comment section below what it is that you find annoying and you don't really spend much time on. For bronzer, I'm going to use Ilia in the shade Novelty. And that's really how much bronzer I want today. Now I'm going to go in with blush, Ilia Multi-Use pigment. They're the Color Haze multi-use pigment. How cute is this teeny tiny tube? The shade is called Before Today, so that's what I'm going to be using for my cheeks as a cream blush. Now, this specific shade was gifted to me by Ilia. Absolutely no obligation whatsoever for me to talk about it, but it's amazing. So they sent me 2 of these blushes. So I love these so much that I went ahead and actually ended up buying all the other shades because this formula is amazing. But I will be doing a swatch video, so you know that video will come up soon enough. But for now, I'm gonna use this shade and I'm just gonna pat it on my cheek, just like that. And then I'm gonna go in and buff it out with the hourglass. Okay, that's better. It's way too sunny outside and it's definitely annoying me. Oh, what a beautiful color. This is a little bit of a cool tone pink blush, and what I like about it, it just pairs so beautifully with more of a cool tone eye. These blushes also last a very long time, so when I apply it in the morning, it's still there after 9 hours when I come home from work, which is amazing. Sorry guys, my camera stopped filming. So in the meantime, finished my blush application and I've added some mascara. I added the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes, which I've been really enjoying. And now I'm gonna apply my highlighter. I'm gonna go with the Dior highlighter, and this is the shade 01, which is Nude Glow. Now I do have texture on my cheeks at the moment, so I want to apply a very small amount and buff it in. Although Dior highlighters are actually pretty good when it comes to not highlighting too much texture, just because these highlighters are just so smooth. It's a beautiful shade. And that's it. For my lipstick, I'm going to go with the Lisa Eldridge lipstick in the shade Muse. When I first tried this lipstick, I didn't think too much of it. I thought it was a nice shade, but you know, nothing amazing. But now I changed my mind. I think this shade is amazing. It looks so beautiful. I'm gonna put that on. Such a pretty color. Just love how opaque these lipsticks are. Hey guys, so this is the finished look. So just looking at the Makeup Forever concealer that I used, it looks nice under the eyes, but I do feel like that perhaps I went with too light of an application with that concealer. I feel like perhaps I could have achieved more coverage under my eyes if I went in with a little bit heavier hand. Now I will play around with that concealer to see what I think of it, and I can absolutely do a review for you if you're interested. So let me know in the comment section below. Now if you want to see more tutorials with other palettes or more with this palette, let me know and I can film that for you. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and of course subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in my next video. See ya!